Hey everyone, it's the AFL Yank back here again in time for my tips for round 14 of the 2023 AFL season. And in regards to round 13, oh no, wait. Fuck. There we go. So, ended up getting 5 out of 8 tips correct. Swans wrong, Brisbane wrong, and then Freo wrong. So yeah, other than that, I actually had a pretty decent round, and of course I got my upset tip for Melbourne to beat Collingwood. Definitely a bold statement, definitely a bold tip, and it really paid off with how I tipped that game. So yeah, nonetheless, let's get to the round 14 tips. So, the Thursday night game at Adelaide Oval, it's Port Adelaide versus the Geelong Cats. We have a Cats side that is slowly disintegrating in form. Pretty much, they were in pretty good form a few weeks ago, but they have absolutely lost it. And then for Port, they're absolutely just on top of the world at the moment. They're just absolutely dominant. Just a fantastic side at the moment. They're absolutely super fun. Nonetheless, with it being at Adelaide Oval, gotta go Port to win this game. They should win it by a hefty margin. I'll say 33 points. I'm gonna say they win by a 33-point margin. And I gotta reload Squiggle because I forgot to reload it from the last time I did tips. So, alright, now we got it. Alright, so Port versus Geelong. I think Port dominate this game and win by a hefty, healthy margin. I'll say 33 points. And then the Friday night game at the Gabba, it's the Brisbane Lions versus the Swans. The Swannies are just freaking terrible at the moment. Just absolutely awful. I mean, negative 39 tackles. Are you fucking kidding me? Just absolutely horrendous. This Swan side is just so bad at the moment. The only sides they could actually win against are sides that are pretty much below them on the ladder, and basically sides that are just literally tanking at the moment. I mean, we almost lost to frickin' North over, but the interchange call was literally the saving grace for us, and we should have so lost that game. We should have lost to North. We really should have. That Carlton game was just all false hope. Just absolute false hope. And I expect us to lose again because we're just so freaking ass at the moment. Just 74 points. Free win, Lions. Congratulations. Congratulations. The Swans are freaking terrible. Just absolutely garbage. And then GWS versus Freo. The Dockers having a decent run at the moment, and GWS, they've also had a decent run as of late. This one's going to be an interesting game. But I'm actually going to go bold here. I'm actually going to go GWS to win. I think they win in a close game with the advantage. I think they win by 5 points. It'll be an absolutely intense game. I think this is a game that I see tempting to go to GWS in my eyes. And then the other Saturday game at the MCG, it's Richmond versus St. Kilda. Tigers coming off a big win against Freo, and the Saints obviously coming off a big win against the Swans, although we're pretty much ass at this point. We're just absolute garbage. But yeah, Tigers, they've had a decent run as of late. Both sides have been doing alright. I mean, St. Kilda had a really poor form before the Swans game, but I think they might get it together at this point. So I'm actually going to go another upset here. I'm going to go St. Kilda to beat Richmond. I think it's bold enough for them to do it. I'm going to say they do it by 20 points. The MCG, Carlton versus Gold Coast. The Blues just are absolutely terrible at the moment, and so are. And I'm surprised people are not tipping Gold Coast. That is quite surprising to me, but I'm actually going to go bold here. Another upset. I think GWS, they steal a win against Carleton. I just think the Blues are so bad at this point that even a side like Gold Coast can win. Even a side like Gold Coast can win in Melbourne. Like, I think it's really possible that they do it. See, I'm going to go Gold Coast to actually win this game in a bold upset victory in my eyes. So, yeah. And finally, Marvel Stadium, the conclusion of the Sunday games, the couple Sunday games. North Melbourne versus the Doggies. Going Dogs. They should get it done. They should absolutely throttle North Melbourne. I say they do it by a 52-point margin. And that is going to do it for round 14 of the 2023 season. I think it'll be a very good one. I think we'll see some very tight games and probably a couple blowouts here and there and all that. And I think it should be good. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this. This is the AFL Yank signing out. Just, this season has just been so bad for the Swannies. I can't even say Garn the Swans anymore. Ugh.